Captain America, Symbol of Truth, Issue 1, heads to the American Southwest, where Cap and Falcon keep an eye on a train that has been smuggling Super Solider Serum. The heroes head for the locomotive, storming its carriages, but find it's completely empty. But Falcon knows that there are heat signatures further in. Suddenly, Sam is blown through the train as SUVs and drones speed towards it, opening fire as the soldiers drop onto the train from a helicopter. The villains open fire on Captain America as Falcon finds something jamming their long-range comms, so the enemy has air superiority at the moment. However, Falcon begins blowing through the drones as Sam bashes his way through the soldiers inside the train, calling for Falcon to give him a scan on one of the soldiers, smashing one of the men out of the train as Falcon grabs him, scanning the man's face and finding his name is Harvey Madsen, a mercenary with no affiliations. He wonders where these guys are coming from as a mercenary fires a missile at them. Sam takes the full force of the missile, blowing him into the sky as he dives in front of Falcon. Earlier in Harlem, Sam introduces Misty Knight to Kennedy's Fried Chicken, with Misty thinking that he's going to tell her next it's the best chicken ever, but Sam knows it is after 10 PM. The heroes talk about the best foods in their respective childhood neighborhoods, realizing that they actually lived one train ride apart from each other, wondering why they never met as kids. Misty knows that Harlem is a big place when it wants to be, as nearby they see another of the Wakandan Forever people riling up a crowd, as Sam fills Misty in on who they are and how they can't stand America and always are talking about a paradise that's just an ocean away. Misty wonders if they are wrong, but Sam knows that making the country a place where they can live and thrive is his job, and this man's movement means it's not working well. Misty wants to talk, wondering if Sam could freelance for the Aberrant Crimes Division, but Sam knows investigating other dimensions and monsters isn't really simple like Misty claims it is. She knows that he could do some real good in San Francisco, or he could work in the New York office. Sam declines the offer, knowing that he loves punching Nazis too much, something Misty finds is very typical of Captain America. Soon Misty tells him about a tip she got about someone smuggling something through Arizona and Mexico. She shows him the manifest, but she knows it's just a placeholder and what they are really smuggling is Super Solider Serum, which shocks Sam. He asks about the seller and buyer, but Misty doesn't have any of that information yet, since that's what Sam will find out for her. Sam knows it sounds like a simple mission for them, making Misty wonder if he thinks that she is going with him, but Sam knows he was actually talking about Joaquin. Knowing Misty sounds disappointed she doesn't get to come, but Misty just wants him to assure her that he'll come back safe. But Sam knows that that's bad luck asking that, wondering if she can use her time stones to rewrite time and not say that. Misty knows it's time to get back to the office, leaping from the building as she reminds Sam that this wasn't a date, but Sam knows it really was, as in the present, Captain America awakens. Sam regains control of his wingsuit, landing in front of the mercenaries and taking them down quickly as Falcon figures that the drones are remotely controlled and he's found their control satellite. Heading into the upper atmosphere above the train, Falcon takes down the satellite as Cap's comms come back online, letting him know that Falcon will keep the mercenaries off of him, taking down the chopper gunner in the chopper above. Sam hopes that Joaquin has some intel on the mercs, but Falcon has found that all of the mercenaries so far have been named Harvey Madsen. Cap knows that they have the right train at least, grabbing one of the unconscious mercenaries to take with them. Cap tries to interrogate the man, demanding to know who is paying for him, but all the man says is that he was paid enough to buy a gold toilet. He wonders if now is the time where Cap tries to beat him up to get him to talk, but Sam knows he's not going to do that. He's just going to let the man hang from the train for a while. Falcon, meanwhile, finds the train is completely empty, making Sam tell him that Misty didn't get anything wrong with this tip. Cap heads to the front of the train, asking the engineer to slow down now and learning they actually haven't even picked up any cargo yet, so why would they ever be attacked? Cap assures him that Falcon is doing cleanup and they'll figure this out soon and why someone was trying to pull a robbery on them. Falcon soon finds something, ripping into one of the compartments and finding some people, whom Joaquin recognizes as Luisa, his cousin from Mexico. She tells him that the man they are with in the compartment needs a doctor, so later on the man is tended to by some US Marines sent by Senator Mansfield. Falcon doesn't like sending his people with the Marines or the Senator, but Sam knows that if Mansfield or anyone acts out of line, they'll have to answer to him. Joaquin doesn't like them going to a facility run by an anti-immigration senator, and Sam wonders if this is about his cousin, but the hero knows that Luisa reminds him of Sonora, where his extended family is from, and he thought he left that place long ago. Sam tells his friend to go with them to make sure they are safe, so Falcon does, leaving Sam alone in the desert. Later at Cumberland Federal Correctional Institute, Brock Rumlow is told he is a visitor, but he doesn't care, more interested in watching the football game. Suddenly he hears the guard being killed, finding White Wolf is there. Rumlow wants to know who he is, so White Wolf introduces himself, telling the villain to call him Hunter. Brock learns that Hunter is working in pharmaceuticals and wonders if he's looking for an investor since he's in the wrong place, but Hunter knows that he isn't there for that. Brock thinks he's there to break him out, knowing he doesn't need any help with that, so Hunter asks why he hasn't then yet. Brock makes the excuse that he was getting round to it, but he wanted to watch the football game first, so Hunter thinks he was just wasting his talents, and he looks so bored running the prison from the inside. He tells Brock he's about to overthrow a country and he's already started, but Brock wants to know what's in it for him and which country they are taking over, so Hunter reveals it's actually going to be a couple of countries, and for fun, he will even let Crossbones kill Captain America.